not much in the way of shoes to step into.
Call me an infatuated old fool.
They're not.
Condemn me.
You're standing in my light, that's all.
Betrayer of my class.
An almost constant eclipse interrupted by the phenomena of moonlight.
I don't care, I'm a goner.
I dream.
I'm a blue angel all over again.
But the day's temperature climbs to the top of his head.
Oh, the sweet madness of
And
love.
the spasm on the stairs.
Myrtle, farewell.
Dreaming of the stair he'll never reach.
For I only live but once.
Sometimes I dream I killed him.
What?
What?
Yes, a beautiful form. It's a collector's piece, I shall say so.
A very promising debut, I'll put in a good word.
It would be as hypocritical of me to withhold praise on grounds of personal feeling as to withhold censure.
You're right and courageous.
Oh, I know what they'll say. There goes Bird Booth buttering up his latest.
Ignore them.
But I rise above it. The fact is, I believe her performance to be one of the summits in the range of contemporary feature.
Trick buttock, that's the word for her.
The radiance, the inner sadness.
Does she really come across with it?
Well, the part as written is a mere cipher, but she manages to make Cynthia a real person.
Cynthia?
And should she, as a result, care to meet me for a drink, simply by way of thanking me?
Well, you fickle bastard!
Are you suggesting? Yes. What do you think so far?
Well, yes, a very nice trichotomy of forces. One must reserve judgment, of course, until the confrontation, but I think it's pretty clear where we're headed.
I agree. It's Magnus a mile off.
What's Magnus a mile off?
If we knew that, we wouldn't be here.
Let me say at once it has a lot, while at the same time avoiding a fact. But there are times, and I would not begrudge it this were the play, if we can call it that, and I think on principle we can, aligns itself firmly on the side of life. Jesus, it seems to be saying, ergo sum, but is that enough? I think it must be asked.
Well, it's pretty open and shut to me, Moon. Magnus is not who he appears to be, and he has his next victim marked down.
Does it, I repeat, declare its affiliations? The play, what is it in fact is it concerned with? I think what we are concerned with here is what I referred to elsewhere as the nature of identity. But I think we're entitled to ask, and one is irresistibly reminded of Voltaire's cry, voila! I think we're entitled to ask, where is God?
Who?
God.
God.
I think we're entitled to ask.
The same day, later that evening. I'm sorry, but there's no one of that name who lives here. Now goodbye. Black or white, my lady? White, please. Black or white, miss?
White, please.
Black or white, major?
White, please.
Sugar, my lady? Yes, please. Sugar, miss?
Yes, please.
Sugar, major?
Yes, please.
Biscuit, my lady? No, thank you.
The second act, however, fails to fulfill the promise.
If you ask me, there's something funny going on.
We interrupt our progress for a special police message. The search still goes on for the dangerous madman who's on the loose in Essex has now managed to the immediate vicinity of Muldoon Manor. Police are hampered by the deadly storms and the fog, but believe that the madman spent last night in a deserted cottage on the cliffs. The police is advised to stick together and make sure none of their numbers is missing. That is the end of the police message.
Where's Simon?
Who?
Simon, have you seen him?
No.
Have you, Magnus?
No.
Oh.
Yes, there's something foreboding in the air, as if it's one of us.
Oh, Felicity, the house is locked up tight. No one can get in and the police are practically on the doorstep.
I don't know. It's just a feeling.
It's only the fog.
Hound will never get through on a day like this.
Fog.
He means Inspector.
Is he bringing a dog?
Not that I know of.
Never get through on a day like this. Yes, I'm afraid the madman can show his hand in safety now.
What's that?
It sounds like a cry of gigantic hound.
Poor devil.
There it is again.
It's coming this way. It's
Inspector-
right outside the house.
Inspector Hound.
Lady Molden,
Yes?
where can I put my swamp boots and foghorn?
Mrs. Judge will take them out. Be prepared as the force's motto has it, huh, Inspector?
than a bit of weather to keep a policeman from his duty.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
well,
No, do go on.
thank you. Well, tell me about it in your own words. Begin at the beginning and don't leave anything out.
I beg your pardon?
Fear not. You're in safe hands now. I fear you haven't touched anything.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
I'm Inspector Hound.
Yes?
Well, what's it all about?
I really have no idea.
How did it begin?
What?
The thing.
What thing?
The trouble.
There hasn't been any trouble.
Didn't you phone the police?
No?
I didn't.
What for?
I see. This puts me in a very difficult position then. Well, I better be going.
I'm terribly sorry.
It's perfectly all right.
Drink?
My world is serious and even that.
Drink before you go.
No, but thank you.
I do hope you find him.
Find who? Out with it.
I thought you were looking for a lunatic.
Indeed. Well, that's what I'm here about, really. I didn't want to mention it and cause unnecessary panic, even with a murderer in our midst.
Murderer, did you say? Whom has he murdered, Inspector?
Perhaps no one yet. Let us hope you are in time.
You believe he's in our midst, Inspector?
I do. If one of you have recently encountered a young, good-looking fellow, smart suit, white shirt, hatless, well-spoken, someone just claiming to move into the neighborhood, then please speak now. I don't interrupt. Inspector! Very well.
No, Felicity.
Lady Cynthia, we are all in this together. I must ask you to put yourself completely in my hands.
I can't, Inspector. I love Albert.
Until he's quite right.
Is one of us in danger, Inspector?
Didn't it strike you as odd that on his escape, the madman made a beeline to Muldoon Manor? My guess is he holds a deep-seated grudge against one of you in this very house. Lady Muldoon, where is your husband?
My husband? You don't mean?
I don't know, but I have a reason to believe one of you is the real McCoy. The real what? William Herbert McCoy, who, as a young man, met the madman on the street, being solicited for 6 pence of tea, replied with, "Why don't you do a decent day's job, you shifty old bag of horse manure?" In Canada, all those many years ago. Our madman was a mere boy, but in his heart never forgot that promise. Is there anything you've forgotten to tell me? So the madman has struck! Oh, it's horrible, horrible. Yes, just as I feared. Now you see the kind of man you are protecting?
Cynthia, I have to tell him. Inspector, a man of that description has appeared in our midst. Simon Gascoigne. Oh, he had a charm, I'll give you that, and he took me in completely. Afraid I made a fool of myself over him, and so did Cynthia.
Well, where is he now?
He must be around the house. He couldn't have gotten far in these conditions.
You're right. Fear not, Lady Muldoon. I shall apprehend the man who killed your husband.
My husband? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Everything points to Simon Gascoigne.
But who's that?
Your husband.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I tell you, it's not.
Are you sure?
For goodness sake.
Then who is it?
I don't know.
Anybody?
I've never seen it before.
Quite unlike anybody I've ever met.
I see to have made a dreadful mistake, Lady Muldoon. I do apologize.
So what are we going to do?
I'll phone the police!
You are the police.
Thank God I'm here! Yes, we're on our own, cut off from the outside world, and in grave danger.
You mean?
Yes! I think the killer will strike again!
You mean...
Yes! One of our mortals, thrown together by fate, cut off by elements, is the murderer! He must be found! Search the house!
What happened, Inspector?
It's Simon Gascoigne, I presume. Even for a killer. Unless we assume that body wasn't lying there before Simon Gascoigne entered the house. And now, who killed Simon Gascoigne? And why?
Why not?
Exactly. Good riddance.
Yes, getting away with murder must be quite easy, provided one's motive is sufficiently inscrutable.
That fickle young pup, he was deceiving her right, left, and center.
Of course, there's still a coverage behind me.
She needs someone steadier, more mature.
If I could, so could he.
Oh, I know of a rather nice hotel. Very discreet. Run by a man of the world.
Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown.
Breakfast served in one's room, and no questions asked.
Coverage dream of me.
Hello, yes, what's happened?
Oh, yes, what do you make of it so far?
It is at this point that the play for me comes alive. The groundwork has been well and truly laid, and the author has taken the time to learn from the masters of the genre. I have no doubt that he will be able to resolve this real situation with a startling denouement. Certainly that is what it so far lacks, but it has a beginning, a middle, and I have no doubt it will prove to have an end. And for this, let us give thanks, and double thanks, for a good clean show without a trace of smut. But perhaps even all this would be for nothing, were it not for a performance which I consider to be one of the summits in the range of contemporary theater, in what is possibly the finest Cynthia since the war.
If we examine this more closely, and I think a close examination is the least tribute that this play deserves, think what we will see within the austere framework of one-level country home weekend. I think, yes, I will go that far. The author has given us the human condition.
More talent in her little finger.
An uncanny ear that could have belonged to Van Gogh.
A public scandal that the Queen has thus far ignored.
Faced as we are with such ubiquitous obliquity, it is hard, indeed, it is truly difficult. I will not attempt to refrain from invoking the names of Kafka, Sartre, Shakespeare, St. Paul, Beckett, Burkitt, Pinero, Pirandello, Dante, and Dorothy L. Sayers.
A rattling good evening out. I was held.
Harder still if it's possible to be. Dante and Dorothy L. Sayers, harder still.
Hello? Oh, for God's sake, Myrtle! I've told you never to phone me at work. What? Last night? No, Myrtle, I took her to dinner simply by way of keeping off wall with the world for the paint and the motley. Yes, I promise. I do, yes. Yes, and you are mine too, Myrtle. No, I can't. No. I'm not alone. No, she's not. All right, Myrtle. Okay. I love your little pink ears, and you are my own fluffy bunny boo. Now, for God's sake, goodbye, Myrtle. How? You. Oh, yes, hello again.
What are you doing here?
Oh, well,
Honestly, darling, you really are extraordinary.
yes, well, here I am.
You must have been desperate to see me. I mean, I'm flattered, but couldn't wait till I got back.
Oh, no, you've got it all wrong.
What is it?
And perhaps about last night. Perhaps I got carried away a bit. Maybe told you the wrong things.
What are you trying to say?
I want to call it off.
I see!
I didn't promise anything, and the fact is, I have my reputation. People do talk.
You don't have to say any more!
My